Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another awesome table episode of the Sit Rep, where we've got a table full of awesomeness. The reason behind that awesomeness is the Brickmania Vault, which arrives the last Thursday of every month on brickmania.com. You can find it under the Vault page there. We've got a big banner up on the website. Go ahead and look through those collections. You guys have really been rolling out quite a few over these past couple of months. There has been no lack of things to sit there and scroll and look at, that's for sure.
No, because we're actually ready to roll out the next wave. So this is the last of the 2023 Vault. Finally got to the bottom of the pile. And we found some real gems that we didn't even know we had. So that was cool. But it's probably a good thing that we finally got to the end, opened the last box.
Yeah.
And this is all stuff that's returned to us from stores. So
right.
We don't really know what we're getting back. We give them a list, hey, these are things that are discontinued. Send them back when you've sold your last one. And here we are. And geez, got some gems here. So.
Well, I think the coolest thing about the Vault, like one of the reasons I love doing these videos is because you see such a crazy era. You know, you have stuff like the Desert Patrol vehicle, which is a pretty recent limited edition availability, still a really cool kit that got a lot of people excited. And then there's stuff like PT-109, which has been around for a very long time and has very few copies still out there.
I think none.
Right, exactly.
It's been sold out for
well,
like
even the people who have
now.
collected it, you know what I mean? It's not a widely produced kit. That's something that, I didn't think I'd see one of those.
We didn't
again.
give the stores display copies of it. It's that old.
Right.
There was literally 2 stores at that time. So. So that one came from the Chicago store. It's been sitting in the Chicago store, front and center in the display case. And I don't know why it came back, but I'm not complaining. I mean, it was a surprise when I opened the box and found it. So now we have it, and I don't need a second one. We have one in GHQ. I don't need another one here. I'm not going to lug it around to events. There's people. I thought it would be a cool idea, but boy,
you can. If you pick this one up, you can bring it wherever you want because it'll be yours. We could get one of those cheesy Lego photos, where they do of the adults playing in their kitchen.
Yeah.
This is the perfect set for one of those.
Put that's the centerpiece of your dining room table.
Exactly.
Get rid of that fruit basket. Put the PT.
Perfect. Yes. Talk about an upgrade.
Yeah.
So B24. That's another one that. I didn't think we'd see any more of again.
I didn't think so either, and then there it was. So I put it together yesterday, made sure it's all there. It is. It even has the box, which is kind of unusual.
Yeah, that's neat.
So there's all the stuff that's in. You can't see it, but there's a crew pack. It's in the box. I did make sure it's all there. It has instructions, everything, and actually it has a brand new set of instructions. I went to go look for stickers for it because the stickers got a little beat up on the display model. It's a little dirty too because it's a display model. I did not clean it up. That's going to be something you'll have to do if you were the lucky purchaser. But I did get a brand new instruction book and a brand new sticker sheet.
Oh, great. Look at that.
So that's inside the box. I personally did that yesterday.
Awesome.
A lot of these we've been working on. Mostly me and Brennan have been going through all these. And whenever possible, we found stickers, canvas pieces. Not everything. Unfortunately, some things are just like the last one is gone. And it's not worth us firing up a huge sheet of stickers to make one little sticker sheet for you. So
yeah, it is kind of here or there in the sense that what the display models come with are kind of whatever we can get our hands on. The design team is pretty good about going into the warehouse and, like Dan said, looking for extra stickers, canvas pieces, instruction books, whatever. The one thing we do make sure is that they do all have instructions and the pieces and stuff that they're supposed to have. They may not have extras, but they do have what they need to have because obviously we ship these kits just the way you see them here now, and so when they arrive, they can be bumped around a little bit depending on who the carrier is or how far it had to go, and so we provide those instructions and then all the other cool stuff. I've seen some people who've kind of got their own Vault shelf in their Lego collection where they that specifically is just the stuff they've pulled from the Vault. They've done some cool stuff with all the store signage and everything else.
That's cool.
It does look like you just walked in there and kind of pilfered it from the GHQ.
Well, there's lots of cool stuff. Yeah, the unique display signs, those are going away. If you have been to recent Brickmania store recently, we phased out the display signs. It's just they were getting too crowded, too much to do also on release week. When we have 2 kits, maybe 3 kits coming out each week, that's just so much work for our team to do.
Sure.
That we're just discontinuing it. If you want to know the information, go to the website. So maybe in the future you'll get a QR code that brings you.
Yeah, there you go.
You really want to know it. But at this point, these display cards are actually going to become a thing of the past. Just like our packaging changes over time. We have some white box kits, we have some black box kits. Now we have tan box kits and action shots of the cover. So everything evolves over time. It's just the way it is. I mean,
it makes it collectible though.
Right.
Yeah,
Brickmania is a toy company that's been around for 25 years now. So things change over time, and this is a snapshot of history right here that will never be repeated. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, lots of different eras and lots of different themes too. I mean, you think about stuff like this Viking ship here, like that's not exactly something you see regularly released, you know, by this team. Not to mention the fact that it's loaded with, what is it, like 13 figures in here?
13 unique Vikings.
A bunch of shields.
It has shields for each Viking on the boat itself.
Yeah.
I guess it's a ship, even though it's really small. It is a ship, and it has a shield for each one on the ship itself. Plus, there's extra shields. So
yeah, and I love that sail. Slam did a great job.
all
with that.
all
That's
custom
awesome.
armament, 3D printed hair, 3D. It's like that is one of the top tier Brickmania kits ever done. Unfortunately, I could not find an extra sail. So the sail that you're going to get is in that
Is the
condition.
sail.
Is
Okay.
you're going to, yeah. I just could not find an extra. You know, we try to keep everything that we possibly have, but there's a limit of when it's over, when you know we don't have any more to give out. So.
This is the Viking ship that raids the Viking village. When this shows up in your collection,
Yeah.
the classic figures run for cover.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That's awesome. That's cool. Some unique stuff too with that Centurion. That was one that I think was a pretty
Yep.
limited release.
It was
'cause
Australia.
It's super unique. Yeah.
Yeah, Australian. So we do have the Australian. It's a Land Rover, Australian Land Rover. I think there's like one or two of those in the vault already, but this is the complement to it. So this is
Sure.
the Royal Australian Armor Corps Centurion Vietnam War era. Fun little model. It has Good day, mate. It's like the Marmite take off. You get a printed crate. It has a lot of cool stuff, and I got to play with this last night.
Yeah, really neat tank. Love those printed wheels. Just a lot
Yep.
going on
Oh,
there.
yeah,
That's
lots.
cool.
It's there's a lot of stickers going on some of these things and a lot of printing. It's a real toss up depending on
A lot of eras.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about just from the white box kits to everything going on here. How many like eras of like we've got one printer, we've got no printers, we've got, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's so much stuff going on there.
Well, a willingness to do cross piece printing.
Right.
That was something we didn't want to do for a long time, and then we finally started doing it. Became the normal. So there's a certain point where like you'll see stickers being replaced by printing.
Right.
And of course that just makes the price go up. And that's the price you pay, I guess.
Yeah, it's still more labor, but people. I mean, it's the same thing with the Lego debate. You know, people they love the printed items. That's how it is.
Yeah. They just don't like to pay for them.
Well, that's part of what comes with it.
None of us want to end up paying more than we can afford. So
That is definitely the deal. I know a lot of people who maybe if you didn't even know now, they're going to see this part one here and be like, no.
Oh,
yeah. But we told you.
There's been a couple of these Saturday afternoon matinee part ones come through. This isn't the first one, but I don't think it's the last one. But boy, it is a high demand item.
Yep. Yeah,
But
especially
yeah.
if you're jumping in a little later in the collection, this is pretty much the only way to go back and try to fill out your ranks. So.
Yeah, it's not going to happen again. Sorry, guys. We'll be moving on to part 5.
Right, exactly. There's a lot going on in those in that area, so we can continue to do that. So obviously an awesome little lineup of some smaller kits too. You can pretty much pick your size that you're going for. But let's dig into these boxes down here a little bit.
Yeah, this is that private collection that we've been slowly going through. There's only a few items left from all of this. Is like 5 waves or 6 waves or something of these. This is the last.
Okay.
There's a few things that still haven't been purchased, but other than that, this is it. You have a collection of early white box kits and some black box kits mixed in. You know, these are black box kits. I should say they're not the Brickmania printed boxes.
Sure.
These are like the premium white box kits from that era. So
Okay.
pre 2017. These kits like this and this Panzer IV right here, they were considered to be like our top tier kits at the time.
Ultimate Collector Series.
Yeah, better printing, better everything on it, whatever we could do. So, but these are dating back to 2017. There's some even older stuff mixed in here. Different eras. You got different builders. You got models by.
That's pretty too.
Is
that kit number 2, literally?
Yes.
That's wild. That's wild.
So some stuff I've designed. Some Cody. There's some Yitzy kits in here.
And let's touch on that Locomotive too, just to clarify.
Oh yeah, the Locomotive.
Because that's obviously one, if you're familiar with the history of Brickmania trains, that was a pretty iconic breakthrough of a kit. But there's some caveats with it being in the vault now.
Right. So this is an S1, the S160. This was Glenn and Kale's original locomotive kit that they did for Brickmania. It's a military locomotive from World War II. It's a different scale from everything else. The one thing that is in it, this has motors, it has wires. It's a little bit more next level
Sure.
for a Brickmania kit. There's some 3D printed parts in there, engine rods, things like that, the connector rods. We haven't made those things in.
We don't even have the printer anymore.
No.
If I'm correct. The
No.
printer does not exist here at Brickmania.
No, it is gone to the graveyard of
Yeah.
3D printers. It is so, we can't make more.
Right.
We don't have more. We'll go through what we have if we can find any extra parts.
Sure.
But I can't guarantee that all those connecting rods are going to be in there. 3D, those older 3D printers, the resin isn't as stable as the current stuff that we use, so they could be brittle. They could be warped. I don't know. There are other 3D printed producers of 3D printed connecting rods out there that
Sure.
could probably be ported into this thing, or you can just brick build what you need to do to get it running. So it also make it just a great model. Just this
Right.
display
Yeah.
piece.
You'll be able to work around it. You guys are smart. You'll figure it out.
So the S160, I mean, we built them, we've run them. They've been on in shows, they've been on displays. I still see people running theirs all the time. It's a great little model. We have one.
Yeah.
I still run it every time that we feel like bringing the track out and setting that up. It's not an easy. It's a train is a commitment.
That's for sure.
Definitely a commitment.
Cool. Well, any other highlights you want to go over?
No, I just think there's a lot of last time you're going to see this kind of thing going on here. The AAV, I don't know if there's any more of those things floating out there. The Avenger, I don't know. I mean, this is Avenger, Dauntless, the Devastator. I don't think we have many more.
Well, and once
anymore.
you've seen it a couple of times on one of these videos, like make a mental note. Every
Yeah.
time you see one, you're just getting closer to it being gone forever.
Right. There's only, we have 5 stores, but only 4 stores get display models like
Yeah.
this. The GHQ gets the prototype, and we don't give those up ever.
Right, that's the library, which is actually one of the highlights. If you're ever in Minneapolis, swing by and check out the library at the GHQ. It's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. If you're an aficionado of Brickmania kits, going back to, who knows, some of those go
Beginning
back
of
to the
time.
beginning. Yeah, we don't have the early ones. Some of the things we keep here in the design room under wraps. But
Yes, the secret stash.
yeah,
So.
the castle stuff we hoard to ourselves. So.
All right, well, that'll do it for our Vault preview video. Remember, last Thursday of the month, every month, that is when these collections go live. Tune into these preview videos for a look at what's to come. Otherwise, just remember to jump on the website, scroll through the Vault category, and see what you're interested in. Thanks for watching.